The state of New Jersey has seen a sharp increase in auto theft this year. According to Detective Sergeant Cory Rodriguez of the New Jersey State Police Motor Vehicle Crimes North Unit and Auto Theft Task Force, even he was surprised by the hockey stick statistics.
Our analysts with the Real-Time Crime Center and the ROC do an outstanding job going through numbers, stats, anything generated as a stolen vehicle. And unfortunately, this far into 2021, we're up 20% on total motor vehicle thefts from this time last year. And then we're up 25% on high-end motor vehicle thefts from this time last year.
Through July 31st, there have been 7,406 vehicles stolen in New Jersey. That's about 1,400 more than this time last year. The pandemic may have contributed to the increase.
I think part of the reason is, and we've seen this from talking with some of our partners and agencies down the shore, or some of the areas that have been getting hit really hard, is a lot of the residents who used to live in other places, whether it was New York or Connecticut or Pennsylvania, and had secondary, summer houses, locations down the Jersey Shore. Because of COVID, those people have been living more in New Jersey than they previously have. And it just seems like those people have been having their cars stolen more than that have been in the past. Right now, it seems that Ocean County and Monmouth County have been getting hit exceptionally hard. I think Ocean County's up about 70% over this time last year in total auto theft. And then Monmouth is traditionally sees quite a bit of high-end auto theft. And that's due in part to a couple things. The thieves that we know, that we've caught, that we've identified, that we investigate, know kind of where the high-end cars are concentrated more. They use a lot of open source records. As crazy as that seems, they'll use Zillow to see where the most affluent neighborhoods are, where there may be $1 million, $2 million, $5 million houses clumped together. We're also seeing that they're using apps like Google Maps, and they'll actually drop the person on the street and do a virtual walk up the street and see what kind of cars they see in the driveways. So they know they're going to go target those areas. So they know if they're going to go on a trip to try and steal some cars, they know, hey, we may find some luxury cars in this area. It's usually wherever people are leaving their cars unattended and running. So you'll see coffee shops, dry cleaners, strip malls, anywhere where people, for whatever reason, just get out of their cars and leave them running. But absolutely, they'll sit at convenience stores and watch people run in, and then they'll hop in their cars and steal the cars. We've seen through the years that there's just along with the unbelievable rise in auto theft, that there's been a great increase in the number of people, the amount of thieves that have either been caught or suspected in those high-end thefts. What we see is typically somebody in the crew knows what's going on, knows how to steal a car, and then they'll recruit a bunch of friends to just go along for the ride. And tell them, hey, whatever you see, bring it back up here up north to Essex County, and then they deal with the cars from there.
For many suspects, vehicle theft has become a career.
We're dealing with the people that are out there basically making a living stealing cars and then selling them to somebody else. So we're seeing that some of the high-end cars, whether it's the newer Land Rovers or the Mercedes SUVs, are selling on the street anywhere between $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. So if you're a member of a theft crew and you have the ability to make that amount of money stealing a car and selling it in a couple hours, I mean, that's a ton of money to somebody who may not have any other source of income. What we've seen from our investigations is that a lot of the theft crews originate out of the Essex County area. I mean, we're seeing so many juveniles right now mixed in with adults stealing cars. And that's kind of what we're seeing is an age range, anywhere from juveniles up to people in their lower 40s are stealing cars. It's such a lucrative opportunity right now for people to make money that a lot of people are doing it.
In January, for example, the state police arrested 9 suspects for their alleged involvement in a high-end theft ring. According to state police, the suspects included Abdul Farrell from Orange, Francis Mensah from Newark, Richard Arifa from East Orange, Rosevance Bien Amy from Maplewood, Stacy James from Irvington, Stephen Atwain from Hillside, and Mohammed Mustafa from Silver Spring, Maryland. The state police say the investigation netted 22 stolen vehicles valued at $966,000 and the seizure of more than $133,000 worth of drugs, 6,000 tablets of oxycodone hydrochloride, more than 87 bricks of heroin, a large capacity magazine, hollow point ammunition, and more than $18,120 cash. Police say the suspects were renting a lot at a shipping warehouse somewhere on Frelinghuysen Avenue in Newark to store stolen vehicles prior to shipping, a common practice among vehicle theft rings.
Normally the high-end vehicles that are stolen with the intent to be sold and exported overseas. Then you have the cars that are stolen because they want to take the tools out of them, like the work vans, right? Because those tools are then resold somewhere else. It affects trade and commerce because somebody's not going into the big box store or the local hardware store to buy them. They're just buying stolen tools in the parking lot somewhere. Or they're being stolen because they want to cut off the catalytic converters, which is a huge issue right now. Catalytic converters are driving an auto theft market for the Ford vans, the Ford trucks, the cars with the big catalytic converters. You have other cars like Hondas, for instance, that are normally stolen and chopped up for parts and exported to other markets where they're resold at as used parts in other countries. From our investigations that we've done in the last few years, normally those high-end vehicles, those luxury motor vehicles, like we talked about, the big SUVs, luxury, Land Rover, Mercedes, BMW, those are normally destined for the West African market. And two of the biggest countries there that we see cars going to are Ghana and Nigeria.
How to prevent auto theft? The state police released a flyer with do's and don'ts. Detective Sergeant Rodriguez advises the public to use common sense.
The best tip I can give is to take your valuables out of the car, lock your car, and bring your keys inside. As long as you do that, you'll be okay. What we're seeing is that these people are stealing based on opportunity. So they're going down the street, they're pulling on door handles. If the car is open, they jump inside, they put their foot on the brake pedal, and they push the start button. If the car starts, it's theirs, it's gone. It's not just auto theft. It should be thought of as vehicle crimes because these vehicles are being used in more severe crimes all over the place. And we're seeing that effect in Essex County. The stolen cars are being used in shootings and homicides and aggravated assaults. They're being used to steal other cars. They're being used, driven recklessly, getting in accidents and hurting people. So it's not just, hey, somebody stole my car, I'm gonna get my insurance payout, or I'm gonna get made full by the insurance company because I have insurance. It's, hey, somebody stole a car, and what are they gonna do with this car? What is the purpose? Are they gonna find that buyer that's gonna ship it overseas? Are they gonna send it to a chop shop and make it into 1,000 pieces and resell as parts? Or is there another motive where they're going to take it and they're going to use it in some sort of horrific crime that they know is not going to be traced back to them because it's not their car in the first place?
A 20% increase in auto thefts statewide, 25% increase in high-end vehicles, and just under 70% increase in Ocean County, with 147 total thefts through July 31st. A little prevention may go a long way towards 2020 numbers. Reporting from Newark, Cesar Darius.